4264.
Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award, and Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row with 2 of the fastest growing companies in America. Phil will share his business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience. Build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment. Only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Please grab a pen and paper or type this into your phone. Investyourself.com. For the best free financial newsletter on the planet, go to investyourself.com and sign up today. Hi, my name is Bob Renier, and for over 20 years I've been publishing investyourself.com, and I guarantee this is the only newsletter that provides the truth. It's easy to read, and it's free. Consider this. The feds have just ended the QE program in this country, but Japan and Europe continue to print money, and all of this affects our stock market in ways you've never seen before. I invite you to sign up at investyourself.com. Our absolutely free newsletter will help guide you through what's really affecting our markets instead of the nonsense you hear from the mainstream media. For over 20 years, people have called it the best free newsletter on the planet, and I think you'll agree. Take a moment and go over to investyourself.com and sign up today. It's absolutely no credit card required, no ID required. Simply pop your email address in the box. That's investyourself.com, investyourself.com.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have outstanding clinical care and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
philsgang.com is a powerful online website for novice and experienced traders and investors who demand professional-grade online tools, superior customer support, and extensive investing education. Not sure how to trade or invest in stocks? philsgang.com is your #1 source for online stock trading and investing material, with daily webinars, individual charting videos, and programs customized to make you a smarter, more informed investor. It's as simple as following Phil's Gang, Phil Grande, and Donald Cogswell. When they buy and when they short stocks, you short. In this volatile market, wouldn't it be nice to have someone guide and coach you to create wealth in the stock market? Well, you can with philsgang.com. Simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hey, Phil, how about doing 2 radio shows a day?
What are you, nuts?
That's right, gang. Catch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande 2 times a day. Weekdays at 9 a.m. and again at 3 p.m. Eastern. Wake up with Phil, broadcasting live 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern when the market opens. Phil gives you the day's financial news, business information, and social talk like no other. Then tune into the Phil's Gang Afternoon Show live at 3 p.m. Eastern when the market closes. Phil wraps up the day's events and breaking news. Be informed with Phil and the Phil's Gang Show twice a day. Listen live at philsgang.com. It's philsgang.com. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of technology, from extensive options trading tools, risk management, and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactive.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-64. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Andy.
Premiums for selling aluminum in the Western world have risen because Alcoa and others have cut aluminum production, so you're getting more than just the metal on the LME price. You're getting a premium. That was up year on year, and that helped Alcoa. So a number of factors coming together for them, and a strong U.S. economy. So congratulations to them.
Congratulations to Alcoa. What, for financial engineering? Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country and the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Alcoa beat, and they beat big. I told you that was going to happen. They're going to continue to come in. They're going to lowball their estimates. And remember whose estimates these are. They're not Wall Street. These are estimates fed, spoon-fed to the analysts who follow these stocks. They're spoon-fed by the COOs of these companies, like Alcoa. They seed them. The analysts don't go and research, so they always lowball it, so they come in with this, wow, better than expected. But this was incredible. This was a whopping better expected. It was 27 cents. That was the estimates, the earnings per share. 33 cents. That's unheard of. To put it in perspective, that's like if you're building a bridge and you missed it by a half a mile. That's how big it is. It's incredible. Listen to this.
I think the really interesting thing that's coming up in this earnings season is what's going to be the outlook from so many of these other companies in terms of their future earnings. And don't forget that we've seen, these companies like Alcoa beat earnings that have actually on average 16% for this quarter from just 6 to 9 months ago.
It's just incredible. Let's take a look at Alcoa. Let's see what happened with Alcoa. Alcoa, as I said, beat the street. They're 7 cents. They reported 33 cents. Well, no one is mentioning that the beat, they're using financial engineering, the old-fashioned way. They're cheating. 2/3 of Alcoa's beat was due to cheating, to non-reoccurring expenses. Let me explain what that means. You can, with a company, if you want to make your numbers look better, you take an expense that you say, oh, that's an unusual expense. I'm just going to shift it over to reoccurring, so your statement looks better. They had $700 million in non-reoccurring. Example, let's say you own a delivery business and you deliver fruit and you had to replace an engine in your truck. Well, to make your numbers look better at the end of the month, you go, oh, that doesn't happen that often. It's non-reoccurring, replacing engines in my truck. So I'm going to shift it over to this column to the right, and therefore my numbers look better. What a joke.
With some significant changes in the U.S. auto space, we see demand continuing to peak up. So earnings growth should continue into 2015. The 2014 trend was brilliant. They outperformed, the shares, that is, of Alcoa outperformed the market handily and may very well do that in 2015.
What was brilliant was nobody. That's what was brilliant. What, are you nuts? What effect this thing has. It's incredible. Look, stock prices used to be a reflection of a company's performance. And you're talking being measured by the real driver, earnings, dividends, cash flow, free cash flow. No more. Nobody cares about that stuff anymore. Everything is financially engineered. The banks will be coming out this week, which are the most important, because those tell you the shape of the economy. The banks, they always lead the stock market up. They do the same thing. It's all financial engineering. they're set aside for loans. Let's say they have 10 million set aside for bad loans this quarter. But let's say they only netted $500,000 to banks. Well, they want to make it better. So what they'll do is take of that 10 million set aside, they'll take 2 million of it and they'll shift it over to profits. So now the profits are over $2 million. $5 million. They didn't make it. All they did is took their set aside for bad loans and shifted it. It gives them profits. That's why it's investing in stocks is not to go with the fundamentals, but to go with the movement of the stock, meaning the charts, that you follow the institutional buyer. If you follow the institutional buyer when they're buying a stock that they control or own most of, then you're safe because you can see if the money is moving in, you buy it. If the money is moving out, you don't buy it. And that's why it's important, and that's why what we do here at Phil's Gang, we're a teaching format, I think the best in the country, where we show you and identify you how to charts that you use to tell you that you get an edge so you know what's going on, so you don't get these surprises. So there you have the fake numbers. They made their numbers the old-fashioned way. They cheated. Just absolutely incredible. Okay. Florida Friday job numbers. The state's unemployment rate in Florida, right here, it dropped to 5.8% in November. That's the lowest it's been since May 2008. Now, Governor Scott said he delivered on the promise that got him elected. You really delivered? I don't think so. You did not mention that you changed the term of your promise after you got elected. Quote, this is what Scott said. Our goal was to create 700,000 jobs in 7 years. Today, our goal was reached 3 years early with 715,700 private sector jobs created in Florida since December 2010. Scott, that's what he said. However, Scott previously said his goal was 700,000 on top of and in addition to jobs that would be growth. When he set that goal as a candidate in 2010, state economists projected more than 700,000 jobs would be created over the same time frame through normal growth. Scott actually said on several occasions that his policies would create 1.7 million jobs by 2018, 700,000 in addition to the 1 million jobs that the state economists said would be created naturally as the state recovered from the Great Recession. Scott's aides backed away from that statement and began citing, guess what number? The 700,000 number. The state's unemployment rate has dropped to 5.8% in November. Yes, it's the lowest in 2008. But you know, it's a game. It's all a game. So, playing a game. Bernanke was speaking at an annual conference for retail industry executives, playing the same game. He said the U.S. economy appeared stronger than at any time since the financial crisis. What? Isn't he paying attention to the numbers? Bernanke also said he and the other economists were impressed with Friday employment report for December. How could you be impressed? 53,000 jobs, 44,000 jobs were bartending and waitress jobs. What's he, nuts? 44,000. Where we only had manufacturing jobs of 12,000. He's impressed. High-paying manufacturing jobs. That's all we got. What are you, nuts? And when we get back from break, we're going to talk about manufacturing. Remember the hype on manufacturing? How this manufacturing is coming back? Wait till you hear this new report. We'll be right back. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. Get my PT2, philsgang.com.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, this is Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They are savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low financing rates, along with price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB Universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive and improve your returns today.
PhilGang.com chooses InteractiveBroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information and be sure to tell them Phil Grandy sent you. That's InteractiveBrokers.com.
Listen to what people say about Phil'sGang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. So Phil's Gang, Phil, I have... It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, Phil'sGang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only Phil'sGang.com's Phil Grandy and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when Phil'sGang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95. All material is archived. Go to Phil'sGang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil'sGang.com.
Hey, Phil, how about doing 2 radio shows a day?
What are you, nuts?
That's right, gang. Catch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grandy 2 times a day. Weekdays at 9 a.m. and again at 3 p.m. Eastern. Wake up with Phil, broadcasting live 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern when the market opens. Phil gives you the day's financial news, business information, and social talk like no other. The Phil's Gang Afternoon Show live at 3 p.m. Eastern when the Phil wraps up the day's events and breaking news. Be informed with Phil and the Phil's Gang Show twice a day. Listen live at Phil'sGang.com. It's Phil'sGang.com.
At Phil'sGang.com, we're here to help you build a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security. Phil's Gang's technical chartists Phil Grandy and Donald Cogswell are dedicated to helping you and guiding you to make profits in the stock market. For over a decade, Phil'sGang.com empowering Phil's Gang members to take control of their financial lives. We're proud to offer knowledgeable investment guidance, powerful trading tools, and investing resources to your goals with confidence. Phil'sGang.com has daily live webinar trading classes. They market moves. They have tons of stock charting educational videos, and all Phil'sGang.com material is archived. Whether you're an active trader or long-term investor, Phil'sGang.com gives you everything you need to research stocks, place trades, and manage your portfolio. For more information, simply go to Phil'sGang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil'sGang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to, because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at Phil'sGang.com or call 877-600-4264.
They just told us, we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son. We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Sponsored by our PT2, our talking charts. The chart, we're going to take a look at Alcoa aluminum with the PT2 chart as soon as the market opens. The chart identifies for us in a color code if the big institutions who own most of Alcoa stock that makes it go up or down, if they're going to be putting more money into Alcoa today or they're going to be taking money out. That's the beautiful thing about the PT2 chart. And it talks to you with my voice, tells you when to buy, when to sell. That's a great tool. And as I say, when the market opens, we'll take a look at Alcoa. But in the meantime, let's finish up with Bernanke. He was speaking at an annual conference for retail and industry executives yesterday. Bernanke said he and other economists were really impressed with Friday's employment report. How can that be? When 96% of the jobs created in 2014, the government BLS said they were part-time, low-paying jobs. 96%. Let's take a look at the December hourly wages. Not only did they drop, but they fell off a cliff. Minus 0.2, the biggest drop in 8 years, and he's impressed. To make things worse, they went all the way back and revised the November wages back down. They cut them in half. In November, they reported that they were at 0.2%, but they went back, or 0.4%. They cut them to 0.2, right in half. What are you, nuts? And for the whole year, wages rose a minuscule 1.7%. That's down from 1.9% in 2013, and Bernanke is impressed. He didn't think the faltering economies of Europe to be a problem by itself or would derail U.S. economic recovery. What is he, nuts? This, remember, is the same guy who said right before the collapse of the housing market, there could never be a housing crisis in the United States. What is he, nuts? I wouldn't trust this guy with anything. Talking about trust, the numbers. Do you remember at the end of the year, the last day of the year, and President Obama came out and cited all his achievements? Remember this one?
Investments in American manufacturing have helped fuel its best stretch also since the 1990s.
Not true. Listen.
It sounds great, certainly sounded great when we were reporting on it from Ohio last month. Manufacturers are hiring again, energy is booming, there are new technologies creating new opportunities. But the study says it's basically a lot of baloney. Yes, there have been some job gains in manufacturing in the last 5 years, but they barely make a dent, the study says, in the massive losses since 2000. And the government statistics mask the serious weakness in a sector that still accounts for 12% of the economy and 1/6 of all private sector jobs. Consider the numbers, that is, from the Washington-based Information Technology and Innovation Foundation. It's a nonpartisan think tank that we've talked with before in our annual Top States for Business coverage. Even with the job gains since the Great Recession ended in 2009, we're still down roughly 1 million manufacturing jobs in this country and 15,000 plants.
And remember, manufacturing jobs once accounted for 43% of all states, but now represents only 11% of all jobs. And the President promised in 2012 to create 1 million manufacturing jobs by 2016. So far, he's created just 89,000. To meet that goal, he needs to create 25,000 manufacturing jobs a month. He's averaging 10,000. How pathetic. Hey, we're talking about Obamacare again. Yeah, Obamacare. First of the year. Now, there's going to be a big court decision. ABC and all these other financial jibber-jabbers, they're not focusing on what could really wreck this economy. Oh, they're focusing on the dropping oil prices, Europe and China and the slowing economies, and the Fed rate hike in 2015, all that could take this part or bring a correction to us. But the most important thing that nobody has mentioned that could really tear this market apart is the Obamacare case that's in front of the Supreme Court about whether or not the federal government is allowed to offer insurance subsidies to people in states. Now remember, states, many states like Florida, here where I live, to opt out of the program. So the Fed came in and they sponsored the state exchanges. And they're saying, oh no, that's against the law. You can't offer insurance, the federal government, in our state exchanges. So if the Supreme Court, and it's going to come out this summer with the plaintiff, then Obamacare will collapse. And 8.2 million people who now get these subsidies would lose their insurance. In fact, these subsidies are ridiculous. You recall, it was going to be 40,000 people were going to get insurance who didn't have insurance. It ended up with about 10 million, 40 million people were supposed to get insurance, didn't have it. 10 million people did. At the 267 million people like you and me who have to now pay higher prices to take care of their subsidy, which on an average policy of $345 a month, they pay $45, we pay the rest. But if this hits the Supreme Court and they find in the plaintiff, then Obamacare will collapse. 8.2 million people who are now getting subsidy would lose their insurance, and this would affect 34 states for a total of 9.6 million people, whose premiums would then go up from where they're paying $45 to $85, and the rest of the subsidy, it would go up by $1,610 per year. And that would affect 40 windfall income to insurance companies over the next 10 years. Now, the two biggest states that are going to get hit out of the 34 are Texas, with 1.6 million insured, Florida with another 1.2 million. So both those states, if the plaintiff wins, then those people are going to be in real trouble. Those insurance policies will go through the roof, $1,610. Now, the big winners under Obama who are getting these windfalls, these insurance companies are United Health, WellPoint, Cigna, and Aetna. And when we take a look at UNH, we're going to put it up on the chart, the color-coded chart. And what do we say? They are making new highs, and it's all green. Wow. Are we surprised? We'll be right back after this break, 28 past the hour, and we'll talk about the stock market when it opens and Alcoa.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. I'm here today with philsgang.com's Phil Grandy. Phil, do people really get hurt with 401k fees?
Sure, you're seeing it today like no other time because most people don't understand the fees. And when the 401k started out, it was a perfect timing because the stock market was roaring for 2 years. Didn't care what they were paying for fees. It always looked like they were making money in spite of the fees. It wasn't until the market broke they found out that they were being scammed by fees. At just a 1% fee, they wipe out 28% of your money.
So you're saying there's a big difference in how much money you end up with at retirement.
Amazing that 85% didn't know what effect these high fees had on their retirement money. For every 1% they pay, 1% takes away 28% of your retirement money. 2%, you lose more than half of all the money you put away for your retirement.
Fees are damaging your future, your retirement. Learn more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. I'm here today with philsgang.com's Phil Grandy. Phil, do people really get hurt with 401k fees?
Sure, you're seeing it today like no other time because most people don't understand the fees. And when the 401k started out, it was a perfect timing because the stock market was roaring years, so they didn't care what they were paying for fees. It always looked like they were making money in spite of the fees. It wasn't until the market broke they found out that they were being scammed by fees. At just a 1% fee, they wipe out 28% money.
There's a big difference in how much money you end up with at retirement.
Amazing that 85% didn't know what effect these high fees had on their retirement money. For every 1% they pay, 1% takes away 28% of your retirement money. 2%, you lose more than half of all the money you put away.
Fees are damaging your future, your retirement. Learn more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Please grab a pen and paper or type this into your phone. InvestYourself.com. For the best free financial newsletter on the planet, go to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. Hi, my name is Bob Renier, and for over 20 years I've been publishing InvestYourself.com, and I guarantee this is the only newsletter that provides the truth. It's easy to read, and it's free. Consider this. The feds have just ended the QE program in this country, but Japan and Europe continue to print money, and all of this affects our stock market in ways you've never seen before. I invite you to sign up at InvestYourself.com. Our absolutely free newsletter will help guide you through what's really affecting our markets instead of the nonsense you hear in mainstream media. For over 20 years, people have called it the best free newsletter on the planet, and I think you'll agree. Take a moment and yourself.com and sign up today. It's absolutely free, no credit card required, no ID required. Simply pop your email address in the box. That's investyourself.com, investyourself.com.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it with brokers. Phil's Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Brokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award, and Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row with two of the fastest growing companies in America. Phil will share his business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience on how to build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment, Fridays only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Easy Trade Platform.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. This segment is sponsored by Phil's Easy Trade Platform. We're going to be introducing it tomorrow. I'm excited about my new trading platform. Why? Because I think it's going to be terrific. I think it's going to be better than any of them out there. Why? Because it's going to be navigate. And here's the real reason why I think it's going to be better than Ameritrade or Scottrade or any of them. Because it was designed by a professional investor. That's right. That's the difference. Most of these trading platforms are designed by engineers who never traded. And when you go start using these platforms, they got all kinds of bells and whistles that you don't need. They got all this garbage that you don't need. And an engineer, when you're trying to move the stocks around or the charts around, he doesn't get it because he doesn't trade, he doesn't invest, so he doesn't know how cumbersome it is to navigate. This platform, Phil's Easy Trade Platform, is designed by traders, by investors. We've been working on this for 2 years. So again, we'll be releasing it tomorrow. To get all the information, go to philsgang.com. Or you can call 877-600-4264. And I truly believe when I say this, this will be the best. And I think it's going to lead the pack. I really do. There's some fine trading platforms, but I believe this will lead the pack. We've been designing this for almost 5 years, and we're finally getting it released tomorrow. How exciting is that? Okay, I want to get to the market. The market's up 234 points. Let's get to Stock Corner.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to Click on the video channel graphic and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And a reminder, I'll have a new video tonight. I'll be posting a new video on gold, where I think gold is going. I'll explain it in a video, and you should try to catch that. Okay. The market's up 234. Which stock is not participating? Alcoa. That's right. Alcoa is not participating. As I told you, this was a joke last night. It was financially engineered to beat the street. They did it so big, it was too obvious. Therefore, you can see right now, the institutions who own a lot of stock of Alcoa are not participating. Isn't that too bad? Okay, so we're going to take a look at a couple other stocks. First, we're going to look at our gold. We've been by gold mining stocks. GDX, that's one of the stocks that our gang, we showed in that stock in class. It's been doing good for the last couple and the chart is up, and you can see on our PT2, we have the momentum bars telling us that institutions are still going into GDX. And it's up again today, and it's all green bars, which means the institutions are putting money in. These are the big institutions who control most of this GDX. And you can see the momentum bars are telling you, hey, it's a go. And so that's a beautiful thing. Take a look at GDX on our PT2. You get great confidence with the PT2, because as long as it's green and your momentum lines are following the same path, then you know you got great comfort. And what you can do is protect yourself by putting in what we call a stop. That's right. So the stock, let's say you bought the stock at 20, I don't know, just use the number, $20. And now it's trading as high as, let's say, $21.51. And if you want to protect yourself, you bought it at 20, you can say, you know what, I'm just going to lose a little bit of money. I'm going to put my stop at $19.58. That's it. So you can decide if you want to lose 1%, 2%, 3%. You control the risk. Not these planners or these money managers that control your 401k, which you have no control over. And remember, every day they're trading, unbeknown to you, and pocketing $200 in these trades and commissions that you know nothing about. They're burning and churning you. You can end all that. All you got to do is just, again, education, and that's what we're here. That's why we're here. That's what we are. We're a teaching format, and we really help thousands of people all over this country. Okay, so there it is. GDX going up. Let's take a look at Alcoa. Time. We'll put it on our PT2, and as I say, it's not participating. It's green, but we don't have a lot of participation. Means we don't have a lot of volume. There isn't a lot of follow-through. So remember, when the market opens up strong like this, 224 points, it means it's a weak market. Right, just the opposite. How do you know? Look at your chart. To look at what is happening, and you can see on your chart, and if you're following me, you can see the two different patterns. The pattern to the left, which you can't see obviously if you're not in front of the computer, is a tight formation. There's confidence in the market, and institutions are pouring money in. And then when that pattern splits up, as we have it now, really ugly, where you have these big days up and big days down, that's telling you that we have a market right now where there's a cancer inside, and inside that, not a lot of confidence. It means the institutionals who make markets go up and make markets go down, because they're the ones who have all the money, they're concerned. They're not participating. And why? Just go take a look at the 10-year. When you have a bond, the yield this low, okay, and you're below 3%, is telling them the economy today, the underlying economy, something's wrong with it. And looking forward, something's wrong with it. So the bond market is telling the big institutions that there's something wrong with this economy, something wrong, very wrong. And when you look on the chart, it tells you the same thing. That's why, again, always read a chart. About 249 points. Okay, well, let's move on. Remember, we always tell you, if we help you, come to Phil's Gang. We're a teaching format, and we're an educational service, I think the best in the country. And all we ask, once you start doing well, and you're really doing well, we ask you to please donate to St. Jude. That's all, $19. Just donate $19 or $5, anything to help St. Jude's. Oil drops again today. That's right, by $1.50. $44.56 a barrel, because there has been, any serious production cost or cuts. That's right. They are not. Think about this. We went down another $1.50, or we're at $44.56 a barrel. But yet there has not been any serious production cuts. How do we know that? Well, we go by rig count. Now, when I look at the rig count last week, it stood at 50. That's only 61 less rigs than a week before, and only 4 less than a year ago. So it means production is continuing, and oil input is still at record levels. So we still have record level oil output. In fact, we're producing 9.1 million barrels a day, more than ever before. But here's where the problem is. People are focusing on the wrong thing. Many are focusing on Russia, saying, boy, this is a great thing, oil is low, because what it's doing is holding Putin back from expanding or putting back the old Soviet Union, because he has to have $80 a barrel oil to make money. Right now, he's not making money. But you know what? Forget about Putin. Why don't we really focus here on the U.S. and the low oil prices and what it means here, especially to the fracking industry. And we have a stock that we're following for the fracking industry, and its symbol is XCO. Don't buy it. We're working it in class, but we'll when we think it's ready to go. But it's XCO. But here's what's interesting. If you look at the oil, low oil prices, what they're doing here in the U.S., especially the fracking industry, the Saudis have a sustaining power, and they're thinking they're going to put the fracking industry out of business. So they're going to stay, and they're going to even push oil prices down to $20 from where it is at $44. They destroy the fracking business, but they can't. They don't understand that, and they soon will, because the Saudis don't realize low oil prices really hurt them more than fracking, because they need money, and they need money to take care of their country and the people in the country. They have to support a social safety net. If not, these young Saudis will turn to the ISIS for financial support and threaten the royal family. Talk more about that when we get back. And the stock market. Market's up 247 points.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, this is Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. What makes the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB Universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
PhilGang.com chooses InteractiveBroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information, and be sure to tell them Phil Grandy sent you. That's InteractiveBrokers.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful, because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're gonna house you, we're gonna feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son. We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family about is is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything off.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
Research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
Listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. The Phil's Gang. Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grant will teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Gang, InvestYourself.com.
Back to Phil's Gang. Remember, InvestYourself.com is the best newsletter on the planet. It really is. And a good friend of mine has this newsletter, is the editor of it. It's been around for a long time. It's absolutely free. And remember, when you read this newsletter, this is the man who, for 25 years, have never had a losing year in the stock market. That's right. He hasn't had one lost year. So one losing year. So check it out. InvestYourself.com. It's absolutely free. .com. And I read it myself. Check it out before it's not free any longer. InvestYourself.com. Okay, let's finish. We're talking about oil. And we're talking getting crazier about oil. Low oil price. How it's going to put Putin out of business. I don't care about Putin. Yes, he needs $80 barrel oil to make any money, so therefore he's not expanding, trying to put the Soviet Union back together. But the funny part is the Saudis, what they don't understand is about our fracking. They think by dropping oil prices and get it down to $20 that they'll put our fracking out of business. It's not going to happen. First of all, they better be careful because they have a social net that they have to maintain, and they got to get $100 a barrel to maintain that social net. What's that mean? In Saudi Arabia, you have a lot of people that are unemployed. And if you don't take care of these people, they're going to start going over and joining ISIS. That's the big fear is with the royal family right now. So they've got to move oil prices up because they got to support these people. They want to make sure they're not going to go and join ISIS. And that's a big deal. Now, but here's what they also don't understand. And these so-called experts, these jibber-jabbers on CNBC and Bloomberg and the rest of these financial networks that aren't worth 2 cents. They forget. They keep saying we need $90 a barrel for tight oil. Now, what's tight oil mean? Tight oil, that's a term the oil industry uses for oil produced through fracking. You'll hear the term tight oil. Now, they're saying we need $90 a barrel, the fracking industry. Not true. $90 a barrel only applies to 15% of the tight oil fracking fields. That's it. The rest can be profitable at $50. And we're going to go back to $50 pretty quick because Saudis can't stay down here this long because they got to support that social net before all these young kids end up in the royal family's living room with AK-47s. So they got to get oil prices back up. But as I talked yesterday, I saw this in the 80s. The same thing happened. And people just have a love affair with huge gas guzzling SUVs, these big cars and trucks. And what was the Suburban thing? Everybody goes out and buys a Suburban. It's just people love big cars and big trucks. And in the 80s, they went out and started to buy them. Remember, what was the Humvee? The military Humvee? Everybody had one of those stupid things. And guess what? Prices went back up, and it's going to happen again. So prices are going to be up about $50 or $60 pretty quick. So I'm teaching my students every day how to keep their eye on the oils, and we're doing it in the classroom, and we're watching them every day, just like we did with gold. Every day I told my gang we're going to keep watching our... I'm going to put it up right now, and you'll see exactly what happened with gold, GDX. Every day it was on our watch list, and soon it finally turned green. And it shot from $18 up to almost $22, $18 to $22. And so a lot of my students now own GDX. They own it, and they're doing very well with it. And what's nice about it, so we've already had an 18% rally in gold. But this time it's different than before, because this time, remember, oil and gold go down together when the dollar is strong. And when the dollar was strong, and starting January 2nd, guess what happened? The dollar was strong, gold was going up, but oil kept going down. That means that gold is starting to get a strength of its own. You always see gold and oil going down with a strong dollar. So the first few days, we saw a strong dollar, and we saw gold going up, oil going down, and then a few days later, we see the dollar starting to weaken, and we still see gold going up. And you want the dollar to weaken. And that's the problem right now. People are not believing in this economy. Now, you can have Bernanke go and talk to all these different breakfast meetings and tell us how the economy's terrific and everything's wonderful. We're going to have this wonderful, strong dollar. Remember where another opportunity is going to be in. Stocks like Caterpillar, stocks like IBM. They're getting fried. They're getting killed. Because when the dollar's this strong, remember, most of these companies, they do 60, 70% of their business overseas. That's where their revenues come from. Like IBM, Intel, 85%. So a lot of these companies, I'll put up Caterpillar on my PT2 right now, the color-coded chart, putting it up right now, and you can see it's still red. So we're going to catch Caterpillar when it turns green, the same way we did with gold. The minute DX turned green, we started to watch and kept watching it for a couple of weeks, make sure that everything else, was working, and then finally it was safe to buy. And now, again, our students are very happy. We're going to do Caterpillar. We're going to do the same thing with IBM. The reason, again, if you keep it, and that's why you're not going to see oil stay this long. They got to start taking the dollar back down. They're killing our multinational companies. Money exporting. They can't compete with China, for heaven's sakes. China prints money to buy the yuan, and they keep their yuan artificially low. How do you compete with them? Look at IBM, same thing. Beautiful. IBM has dropped about 30%, and we're going to catch that just like we did gold. So IBM, Caterpillar, big discounts, big names, just like our gold mining stocks. We call it gold mining. We're going to catch IBM and Caterpillar, and why don't you join us? Why don't you join us? And again, same thing. You can come to our classroom. You can be part of our gang, which means that you're participating in our teaching format. Or you can, if you want, the charts, especially the PT2, and you don't want to be a gang member, that's fine. You can subscribe to that alone. You don't have to be a gang member. But we would suggest strongly become a gang member while you're learning, because you do get a lot of support, and it's helpful. The market's up 266 points. Let's take a look at Alcoa Aluminum. And guess what? It's not participating. That's right. Institutions right now, they're not putting a lot of money into Alcoa because it was all nonsense. Let's go take a look at what happened on this Obamacare during the 60-minute interview.
President Obama says over and over that costs are coming down, or he implies they're coming down because of the Affordable Care Act.
Who knows? Someday, maybe it'll be true.
Healthcare costs have slowed down, though Brill says not because of Obamacare. And besides, they're still rising at a rate double the pace of inflation.
The much touted, savings the president keeps talking about, it still increases.
So instead of going like that, it's going like that.
If there's a piece of data that comes out that says that the galloping increase in the cost of some aspect of healthcare has started galloping a little less, it's touted as the cost is going down. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So Obamacare, as I say, we got to watch out this summer because it may be the end of it if the Supreme Court rules in favor of the plaintiff that these exchanges, the federal exchanges that open in states where the states opted out, is illegal. That would be the end of it. Let's hope it's the end of it, because saving money, folks, is hurting our economy, hurting our jobs. We'll see you on the charts. Join my gang, Phil's gang.
You have been Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams come true. I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.